Oh. Okay. We're ready. What do I got here? No tanks at all. I like it. I like it a lot. Liking these odds.
So just keep that in mind. I think Unholy DK is probably an A tier or maybe even a... The original Wrath of the Lich King Unholy DK was absolutely S tier. It was fucking amazing. Everything about the original Wrath of the Lich King DK for Unholy was so fucking fun, man. Like, everything about it was amazing. It was OP as shit. But overall, I would say DKs, Unholy DKs, are probably around like an A. This is where I would put the DK races. I'm not going to rate the classes. I'll just rate the specs, okay? So now we have Havoc Demon Hunters. I think Havoc Demon Hunters play extremely well. You guys think they're 100% an S tier. But so definitely cooler than Demon Hunters. Contrived meme. Moon Boys are an S. They are trash. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Demon Hunters are really cool. But if you guys want to feel any better about it, Vengeance Demon Hunters, I think, are a fucking D. I think that they just added those into the game because they felt like Demon Hunters needed to have at least 2 specs. Because there are no Vengeance Demon Hunters in the game. There is nothing about this in the lore whatsoever. They're completely fucking dumb. They make no sense whatsoever. Oh, Vengeance Demon Hunter. So he's a big demon and you get to hit him. Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. All the mechanics around them were contrived. They were weird. They're annoying to chase after whenever you're trying to carry a flag. They've got a death save that's built into their character that gives them a cooldown on top of that. Fuck that, man. Vengeance Demon Hunters are going down to a fucking D. They are trash. Moon Boys. Moon Boys are an S. Moon Boys are 100% an S. Moon Boys are completely original. They are probably one of the coolest specs in the game. I'm going to say they're definitely cooler than Demon Hunters. Maybe not as cool as a Blood DK, but like pretty close. Moon Boys have always been a meme. And they will always be a meme. They will always be a fucking meme. And you know why? Because they look fucking stupid. They've always looked stupid. They've looked stupid ever since the day that they got added into the game. And you know why? Because that's what people love. People love how stupid they look. Oh, flap their wings. It's so good. Is amazing. Glyph of Stars? That's stupid. You shouldn't be. They should take that out of the game. They'd take Glyph of Stars out of the game. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So yeah, we're gonna put Moon Boys as an S. Feral. I'm gonna give Feral a B. Okay. Feral is good at 2 things: being annoying and running away. I hate the way Feral plays. I fucking hate it. I've always fucking hated it. It's always annoyed the shit out of me, and I don't want to. I don't like this dude. I don't like this shit at all. And yes, this is probably because I play a warrior. Yeah, you're completely fucking right. But I hate it. I might put him down as a fucking... All right. Guardian Druid. I like Guardian Druid. Now, how much do I like Guardian Druid? Not a lot. I'm going to put Guardian Druid as better than Feral, but I still think that it's a B. It's B tier. Here's the reason why I think that it's B tier. Guardian Druid, over the course of the year... Listen to what I'm saying. Blizzard originally had the idea of the 3 tanks. So you had the Paladin tank, you had the Guardian Druid, and you had the Warrior. Guardian Druids had a lot of health, and they were able to absorb huge individual hits. Warriors had really great on-demand survivability cooldowns, and this is in Burning Crusade. In Wrath, they didn't as much. Paladins were better. But they basically had really good mitigation. They could always block an attack. And then Paladins were great at AoE tanking. They could provide other bonuses to the raid, and they could do a lot of damage. So every tank had its own identity. And I think over the years, Guardian Druids have lost their niche and their identity in the game. Like, whenever I play a Guardian Druid, I feel stupid. Because I don't really think that there's any... Like, why am I doing this? Why am I playing a Guardian Druid? Doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, they're losing their identity. Druids are the tankiest. All specs have lost their identity, though? Not really. I think Blood DKs have done a decent job to keep it. Moon Boys have done a decent job to keep it. Havoc Team Hunter has done a decent job to keep it. And so is Unholy, to an extent. Now, Restoration. I really like Resto Druids. I think they're really cool.
Alright, we're going to ZF,
and
boys.
I think they're in A tier. The reason why I think they're A tier is because of how well they've kept their identity over the years. The ways that they can actually add to DPS as well, and also just heal with HOTS and stuff like that.
I'm gonna summon them
here. I like Resto way less than I like Balance. Like, Balance Druids, I think, are the most original, the funniest, and some of the most iconic things in all of WoW. So, no, I'm not going to put it above Balance. I think Resto is really cool, but I'm sorry. Like, I'm a DPS player, okay? I'm not a fucking healer. So, yeah, it's not going to beat Unholy DK either, all right? Next. Beast Mastery Hunter. I like being able to use 2 pets now. I like the idea of having a bunch of different pets that come out and fight with you. I think that's really cool. I think that the rotation is complete garbage. Like, Beast Mastery Hunters in Burning Crusade had 1 button for their rotation. And now, in Shadowlands, they have advanced, or in BFA, they had advanced to 2 buttons. Beast Mastery Hunters are the main class. If I know somebody is going to play WoW, and I think that they are terrible at video games, I tell them, play a Beast Mastery Hunter. You'll get through it. It'll be okay. Every single time. I'm going to give Beast Mastery Hunters a B. I'm going to give them a B. It's the Beast Mastery Hunter, and there's 2 pets right there next to him. I think that it's a very interesting idea of having the pets do all the work for you, basically. It's unique. It's cool. And I like it. Yeah, I think it's cool. Now, marksmanship. This is going to be a little bit of a personal opinion, but I hate playing marksmanship. I don't know why. I just think it's stupid. I've just never gotten into it. I know, like, some of you guys that are like hunter mains, you love it. I really don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I've never liked it. There's never been a point in time where I've enjoyed the spec. I like Beast Mastery Hunter way more. It gives you way more movement. I feel like you can play with your pets way more. There's, like, more customization. Marksmanship Hunter is like, oh, look at me, I got a bow. Who gives a fuck? It's just not for me, man. Marksmanship is getting a fucking C. I don't like it. It's my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? I know some people might not care, but this is my opinion. Now, the next one we're going to look at here is Survival Hunter. Let me just move all these down so it's not confusing for people. Survival Hunter, I think, is one of the interesting specs in the game because Blizzard actually tried to make survival legitimate, and they tried to make it a melee spec. I think they did a relatively decent job at it. I think that it's kind of cool. The original Survival Hunter I thought was absolute complete garbage. I thought it was complete fucking garbage. Oh, you put a dot on them and then you have explosive shot. Shut up. It's trash. Absolute garbage. I had to play it back in the day for Mr. Pandaria challenge modes, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I don't know, what can I say? I didn't like it. I didn't like having to worry about like eating your own, like whenever you have the explosive shot, you want to hold off and not shoot the next one. I said, fuck that, dude. I said, fuck that, dude. Like, that's a 100% fuck that, dude. But the new survival, I think I'm gonna give it a solid. I'm gonna put it right here. The reason I'm gonna put it right here, here's why. It's because Blizzard went out of their way to take a chance and do something completely new. The new survival is, for all intents and purposes, a new class. They redesigned that from the ground up, and I think that it's relatively good. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but it's okay. And I think okay is good enough, and they tried and failed. The reason why Blizzard failed is simple. It's because Beast Mastery Hunters are fucking broken. Like, the pets do all the damage, and you don't do anything with the pets.
The best part.
All you have to do is
It's just like demonology warlocks.
50% of your effective damage. Like, that's why you can't. It's because they're melee. If they weren't melee, then it would be fine. Listen, I think survival is a cool spec. Okay, I do think it's a cool spec, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. Right? I don't play it myself. I like Beast Mastery more, but I think that it's cool. It's a really cool spec, and I applaud Blizzard for trying to do something different. Arcane. Now let me go ahead and say something, okay? The Arcane Dream, for most of its history, has been a nightmare. It's been trash. Arcane, for most points in time in WoW, sucked. It's either, here's what Arcane is. Arcane is either at the top of the meter or it's at the bottom. There's never a point where Arcane is just in the middle chugging along. Arcane is either just dumpstering people like there's nobody's fucking business, it's completely broken, and it's insane, or it just sucks. Arcane, I think, is a spec that Blizzard almost got its identity right with mana management. In like Wrath of the Lich King, somewhere around there. But for some reason, I think Blizzard has never really zeroed in on what makes an Arcane Mage an Arcane Mage. I would say that the closest thing that they ever got to recapturing that was in Legion. I think Legion Arcane Mage was really interesting and really cool. I didn't really like Mr. Pandaria Arcane a whole lot. I know why a lot of people did, but it was never really for me. I thought there were a few, like that little thing. It's like basically the little sperm that would fly around and hit people. Like, that was kind of cool, but that was about it. Yeah. Wait, BFA Arcane? Maybe. Arcane, yeah, the Prismatic Crystal and WoD. I didn't really like Prismatic Crystal. I know other people did, I get that, but it was just never really something that I thought was cool. Anyway, we're gonna put Arcane. I'm gonna give Arcane a B. Because it's a spec that could, it's a spec that should, and it's a spec that very rarely ever has. It's a B. It's a low B, too. Yeah, that's what's up. Now, Fire. I'm gonna have to say, guys, I think that BFA Fire Mage was one of the best specs that Blizzard has ever made. It is one of the coolest specs to play. It was fucking badass. At the end of 8.3 BFA Fire Mage was so fucking badass. It was so cool. And then, yes, the Fire Mage from Legion was really good. Fire Mage at the very beginning of the game, like in Burning Crusade and also in Vanilla WoW, besides like Nax and stuff like that, Fire Mage really didn't come into its own until way later on in the game. And now I think Fire Mage is a long dick spec. Fire Mage is 100% a long dick spec, and I would say that Fire Mage is probably an S tier spec. I genuinely think that Fire Mage is an S tier spec. It looks, and here's why. Because it looks cool. Like, this is another thing that people don't think about. It looks cool. Whenever you're doing your fireballs, you're on fire. And you're like, that's cool, man. Too big cast time, it's annoying. That's why it's badass, man. Popping that G-Pie, dude, I love G-Pie. I think that's one of the coolest abilities in the fucking game. Back in BFA, it was so badass. I think 100%.
Why am I missing a bot?
We're gonna do Fire Mage as an S tier spec. Like, it's so good, man. I love it. You want to have those long casts because you want them sitting in that poly, and you want to see that cast bar, and them knowing that they are about to get fucked in the ass, and they have to just sit there and wait for it. It's so good, man. It's so fucking good. Now, Frost Mage. Frost Mage in Wrath of the Lich King and Frost Mage in Legion were two of the greatest and most incredible specs that this game has ever had. However, many of the time after and before Frost Mage, it was pretty much trash. It's just, I don't know why. Like, it relies around slowing you and rooting you in place and just hitting you. I think that it's trash, man. Like, what I'm saying is, like, there were times where Frost Mage was so fucking cool. Frost Mage was, like, one of the most badass specs to play. I think warrior bias? Actually, yes. Where is it? Where's the... let me see if I still have this video up. This was me back in the day.
Fast enough. See, I choreographed for my warrior this heroic strike. He goes, no, mortal strike. He goes like this.
You're gonna break it, just like you
Just get through it.
Actually, this is what I do when I'm fighting a mage. It's like not enough rage. Not enough rage. You cannot do that ability yet. Not enough rage. Ah! And that's when I die.
So, yes. This has been a long-standing resentment. Frost Mage is a D. It's the worst spec in the game. It's the worst spec in the, it's the worst one. There's never been a spec in the game that's been worse than Frost Mage. Yep, 100%. 100%. That's a D. All right, Brewmaster. I think Brewmaster is at least an A tier. I think Brewmaster is at least an A tier. The reason why I think Brewmaster is an A tier is that it mixes the aesthetic of what a it mixes the aesthetic of kind of like the idea of a monk and getting drunk and drinking and stuff, and all of the abilities fit together thematically and stylistically so fucking well. Brewmaster is 100%, I think, a great spec, and in my opinion, I think it's the best monk spec. It is the coolest and best monk spec. I'm gonna say Brewmaster is up here as an S. Now, Mistweaver.
I'm about to go in here without a tank.
I think Mistweaver sucks dick. And you know why I think that it sucks dick? It's because it sucks dick. It's built around running away. Playing like a little pussy bitch. They suck. They put down that stupid little totem. I hate looking at that. I hate even knowing that it exists. Mistweavers are trash. I've never liked them. They're annoying. And they used to be even more annoying, if you can believe that. They get to teleport around. They're built around running away. It's a pussy spec. It's getting a C. Yeah, it's getting a fucking C. Now, Windwalker. I'm alright with Windwalker. It's okay to me, I guess. I hate playing against it. I really do. But I think that the way that it plays and everything is very well designed. And I think that overall, it does fit the Monk fantasy. I think that Windwalker is an A tier at least spec. Yeah, it is fun to play. I think it's an A tier spec. Somewhere around there. Holy Paladin. I think that Holy Paladins... Do you have to use Holy Power right now as a Holy Paladin? Do you have to use Holy Power or not? Yes? Okay, then it's a C. Combo points as a fucking healer? Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right, dude. I remember back, dude, I used to love...
Wrath of the Lich King, Holy Paladin, and I can say this from experience, does so much fucking damage. I don't know how much damage Red Paladins do, but Holy Paladins... Holy shit. A lot of damage. Oh.
Healing on my Paladin back at Wrath of the Lich King, dude. You would just sit there and you'd get all the glyphs on, all the mana reduction, and then like all the MP5, and you'd just bomb Holy Lights on people. That tank would never fucking die. You do a judgment on the boss, and it would give everybody light, and then you'd see those numbers popping up everywhere, all that green shit. You could solo heal a whole fucking dungeon, and then Cataclysm comes out, and they pull this horse shit with combo points. Who the fuck wants combo points as a goddamn healer? Nobody. It's trash. I hated it. It made me mad. And then as the entire time, the only thing that's cool about Holy Paladins now, the only thing that's keeping them out of the fucking D range is the fact that they can pop cooldowns and go into offense. That is the only cool thing about them. Everything else about them is Garbo. 100% fucking Garbo. Now, Protection Paladin. Protection Paladin. I already know what I'm gonna rate this. I'll be right back.
I need to get to see where he put it. Doing pretty good without a tank.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
The reason why Prop Paladin is the best spec in the game, one of the best specs in the game, is because it does a lot of damage. It plays really cool. It was the first spec to be able to successfully AoE tank and AoE tank well. It has incredible utility. It has the highest tank damage of any class. Prop Paladins are my favorite tank. I love Prop Paladins. If I was gonna level up any character, any fucking character for Burning Crusade, I would level up a Prop Paladin because they are fucking insane. They are so good, they have so much utility, there are so many things they can do, and they are way, way cooler than pretty much any of the other specs, man. I love it. As combo points though, that's stupid, but everything else is really cool. And at least it's a melee class. Retribution Paladin. Okay. Let's talk about Retribution Paladin. This is an AFK class, number one. It's constantly broken and overpowered. It almost always sucks dick in raids. except for sometimes where it's completely overpowered. It's played primarily by people that think they're better than everybody else. And it survives now on a gimmick. Without Divine Toll, where would Rep be right now? Probably still decent, but not even nearly where it is. It is now. Rep Paladins. Rep Paladins have always and will always be not as good as warriors. Ret Paladins want what warriors have naturally. Ret Paladins have to use all of this other extra bullshit, and all they have to use the light, whereas a warrior just has to rely on his skill and understanding of his mastery of weapons. Ret Paladins don't have weapon mastery. They've mastered some fucking book or some shit. Who cares about that? That's that pussy shit, man. Every Ret Paladin, like a Prot Paladin, probably do more damage than most Ret Paladins do. It's at the bottom. It's a joke spec. I've tried to play Ret Paladin a number of times. I think they're trash. Yeah, it's a librarian, man. This bitch is sitting there reading reading out his book, man. The only good Ret Paladin was Tyrion. No, Alexandros Mulgrain was a warrior, so just keep that in mind too. The original Ashbringer, and then Tyrion breaks Frostmourne while we distracted the Lich King, to be honest, so it wasn't really just him. But then on top of that, he gets beat by a boss that's not even an end boss. He gets beat by Croesus. This dude beat the Lich King, and he gets killed by a fucking trash mob, basically. Ret Paladins are a joke, man. Whatever happened to Uther? Think about that. Uther's a bitch. Uther got bitch made by Arthas. And then on top of that, he went to the Shadowlands and he got bitch made there too. Uther's a bitch. Tyrion got beat by a trash mob. Where's the other ones? Where's the other ones? Bluther. Where's the other? What's the other good paladins? Whoa, wait a minute. Turalian. Oh, what happened to Turalian? He got his sword blocked by Illidan's hand. Like, imagine blocking somebody's fucking sword with your hand. With your hand, dude. Like, he just was like, get that shit out of here, dude. I don't have time for that. Arthas re-rolled. He re-rolled. That's the whole point. The best paladin is Rextroll.
I'm gonna have to come back here.
And he's not even. It's not
That's
even a
fine.
lore character. It's just a player.
This
The
is
second
good.
best is
Good
Wild Hogs.
gold grinding for me.
The third best. Yeah, it's hard to say. Okay. Disciplined priests. Disciplined priests. What would I even rate a disciplined priest? Discipline, it's either really, really good or just weird. And I feel like all the time, it's either one or the other. It's very rarely are disciplined priests actually just like straight up consistently good. They're either top of the meter or bottom of the meter. I like the idea of how discipline plays, and because of that, I'm going to give discipline, I'm gonna give it a high B. I like discipline a lot. I think it's a really cool spec. Actually, you know what? I like it more than Resto. I like it more than Resto personally, and it's probably my second favorite healing spec. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put it a little bit higher than Resto because I think it's interesting. Now, Holy Priest. What do I think of Holy Priest? I think Holy Priest is stupid. I think that it's just a trash spec. It's a D. I'm gonna say Holy Priest is a D spec. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's annoying. It's boring. It's just like they have like a few cool abilities, and other than that, like the last time the Holy Priest was relevant was in like vanilla WoW. I don't like it. No, I just don't like it. I don't fucking like it at all. The well. Yeah, I just think Discipline is way cooler to play. It's way more interesting. Holy Priest is dumb. How many times I saved your ass with grab? Never, because I don't do mechanics wrong. So honestly, you know what? I'm gonna put it even lower now. Now that you reminded me that they have grab, I'm putting it lower than. It's not lower than that, but like I'm gonna put it lower. Yeah, that reminded me. Fuck that shit. I hate that shit. All right, we got Shadow Priest here. Shadow Priest in Legion was fucking amazing. It was so cool. Shadow Priest in vanilla WoW was so cool. Shadow Priest in I didn't like Shadow Priest and BFA. I thought Shadow Priest and BFA was stupid. How I haven't played the new, because they redo Shadow, because like they don't know what they want to do with Shadow Priest. Is Shadow Priest fun to play now? Because like I don't really know. I honestly don't know. Well, I'll let you guys decide where this one goes, because I've never really been like a huge fan of Shadow Priest, but no, I do think it's cool. High A tier? Yeah. Okay, we'll put it right here. Now we have this one here. What is this? Assassination? Yeah, it's assassination. Now, assassination. What do I think about this one? I always thought it was kind of stupid, to be honest with you. I always thought assassination was just kind of, it was fucking boring, dude. It's a boring spec. Like, it was really cool in like BC whenever you got Mutilate, and it was really good in Wrath too. But recently, assassination, I just feel like doesn't really have much of a, it just doesn't, like subtlety and assassination, thematically, what's really the difference between the two of them? Nothing, really. I don't think assassination has a place right now. I don't think Blizzard really knows the poisons. Yeah, I guess you do have the poisons. Yeah, that's true. That is true. The poisons. I just don't. I don't know if I really like the poisons. I feel like the poisons.
Looks like I'm switching games
rogues
here.
It just doesn't really feel cool. Like back in the day, the original crippling poison was really, really strong.
Which is fine, because I'm not here to fight a boss.
Of them trying to balance the game, they made the rogue poisons and the cool things that rogues could do with their poisons, they made them less relevant and they made them less powerful. And I think that indirectly made assassination more boring. So yeah, it's bleeds only now. I don't know. Like it's.
I'm gonna go ahead and cheat a little bit here.
It's a 70% slow now. I don't think it is all the time. Number one, I think it's like I don't remember. I really don't remember. But like now, everybody has like 8 different gap closers, so it's completely different than it was back then. I'm gonna give assassination this. I'm giving it a low C. I don't think the spec really has that great of an identity right now, and I think Blizzard needs to decide how to do a better job on how to make it better. Outlaw. Outlaw Rogue. I think Outlaw Rogue is really cool. I think it is a bad...
I'm gonna end the stream and restart it here in a moment. I'm switching games.